48. War Day 6. Enough is enough. Some of the teachers were sleeping the night from the 5th day of the game to the 6th. All of them expect 2 people to be specific. Nezu and Present Mike were still awake. Present Mike watched his husband search for Izuku. As for Nezu, he was thrilled to see how good Izuku was in hiding his present from an underground hero. The mouse thing was sure if Izuku really wanted to not be found, there was no one, not even Hounddog with a dog-like quirk, that could find him. Needless to say, Nezu was right. It took the homeless-looking teacher the whole night to get close to the greenette. In the end, it was Midoriya that managed to creep up to the sleep-deprived hero and then scared the living shit out of him. Nezu. Ha 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 ha, I never thought that Shota could make such a sound. The voice hero was also laughing by the sudden cute high-pitched sound his husband made. Present Mike. Neither did I. The heroes then witnessed Izuku laughing honestly so hard that he was laying on the floor. Aizawa got the kid wrapped up in his capture scarf and brought him, or better to say dragged him, back to the lair. It also took a little conviction to get Izuku to rest for some hours. Time skip brought to you by a pouting Izuku that lost almost all his fake blood. Izuku. Good morning, Nezu. Nezu. A good morning to you too. How come you didn't sleep longer? Izuku. It's already 9 a.m. I couldn't possibly sleep the whole day. Nezu. I see, now what did you need from me? Izuku. I wanted to blow up the 3 apartment complexes. Nezu. Which 3? Izuku. The only 3 that have 6 stories, south, north and west from here. Nezu. Okay, you are good to go in 5 min. Izuku. Thank you. By now all the other heroes were awake and were currently watching the green bean tricking Kaminari to electrocute Asui. Recovery girl. Suyu Asui is out. Present Mike. Oh ectoplasm, Izuku missed his fake blood. It was a good choice of you to get it before he saw you doing it. Nezu. Indeed it was. He would have done who knows what to prevent you taking it from him. That would have been interesting. Now I am regretting my decision to let you get it while he was away. Ectoplasm. Oh please no. Thank God, he wasn't there. Did you see what he did with Vlad King? Or how he beat Eraserhead? There is no way I could have beaten that kid. Vlad King. What, you scared of a kid now? All Might. He still refused to use his quirk. There is no way a pro hero like you would have lost to him. Nezu. If I may remind you that he managed to hit you too without using his quirk. All Might. That was just a lucky hit, a fluke if you want to. Nezu. Oh really now? That's what you thinking? All Might. That's how I see it, yes. After hearing that, Nezu was already plotting something and he was sure that Izuku would like it. If the stubborn number 1 hero refused to accept the things that were in front of him, then Nezu would gladly teach him how wrong he was, and in this case he was sure Izuku would do it anyways. Nezu. All right then, explain to me how he managed to trick 2 of his classmates. Vlad King. That wannabe Pikachu is stupid, that's all. If he had paid enough attention to his fellow comrade, then this wouldn't have happened. Powerloader. I disagree, he planned it. He waited for the last minute to dodge it. Hounddog. He also mocked Kaminari intentionally to get him angry in order for him to charge at him. This was thoroughly planned out. No luck at all. Midnight. Vlad, if you think he is that beatable, then why don't you go in there and show it to us? Oh wait, he already beat your ass once. Ha ha ha. And so the teachers began to talk about how Izuku threw Vlad King out of the window and tied him up so that the hero was hanging outside of a building. Time skip brought to you by murderous aura that could even freeze the teacher's blood. The observation room just witnessed Izuku letting loose of his sanity and nearly killing Aoyama. Recovery girl. Get Aoyama to me immediately. No wait, I am going with you, ectoplasm. With that, 2 pro heroes exited the room. Midnight. Did anyone else feel like he was about to get murdered by him? Present Mike. Nope, not just you. That aura though, it really is like stains, if not even worse. I feel like my blood could freeze if I were there. Midnight. Could. Mine froze just by watching. All Might. Don't be ridiculous, he isn't related to Stain or did learn anything from him. If anything, this shows only how bad my choice was in finding my successor. This was enough for the principal. He couldn't take it anyone. No one belittled his son. Not after what he showed them he was capable of. Nezu. Poor choice? Care to elaborate? All Might. He is clearly an insane psychopath. I can't believe I didn't see that in the first place. Thanks to this exercise I realized his true nature. Nezu. True nature, you say? All the other teacher caught up upon the dangerous low-key growling of the principal. However, there was one stupid idiot that didn't. The voice Nezu used was also becoming threatening, and Hound Dog's hair was now visibly standing up like all the teacher's neck hair. They were scared of the sudden change in behavior that was more animalistic and the clear intention of murder in his small black eyes. There was also a burning rage clearly visible in them. Midnight. All Might, I think it would be best if you don't talk anymore. All Might. Why? Look at that boy and tell me he isn't mentally insane right there. Hound Dog. I would suggest you take upon Midnight advice. All Might. So you say he hasn't a mental issue? Is that it? Hound Dog. No, that is not what I said. I do think he has one. Nezu was about to jump off his sit and throw the cup of tea away to pound some sense into his teachers. The growling became louder. Hound Dog. But I also think that he just lived through too much bad things, that this was unavoidable. Nice save, was all that Nezu could think of. All my. He isn't cut out to be a hero. All he showed us is that he would be the perfect villain. That was enough to shock everyone in the room. While everyone was looking at All Might, there was one that just let his teacup fall to the ground. It shattered, and this noise made everyone look at the chimera only to see that he was already fully attacking All Might. It was too much for him to hear his nonsense any longer. Nezu dropped his teacup full of tea, jumped off his chair and ran at the number one. Claws out and pounced on him. He quickly climbed up to his face and began scratching it. The teacher looked at the principal for a good minute before Hound Dog tried to get the principal off of All Might. Hound Dog. This is not a good solution and you know it. Nezu. I do, but nothing besides raw physical lessons can get to his thick skull into his brain. It took 3 teachers to get Nezu off. Present Mike, Midnight and Hound Dog managed somehow to get the principal to calm down, while Snipe and Vlad King got All Might to exit the room and stay with the other students in the second observation room. Power Loader was making a fresh set of tea for the principal to calm down. Time skip brought to you by Nezu planning a funeral. Hound Dog. I know I am saying this now every day, but I want him once a week, when not even more often, to come and see me, and while we are at it, he should come with Aizawa, since he looks like he was comfortable speaking to him. Nezu. I will arrange that, don't worry. Midnight. He really doesn't trust us much. Nezu. I am going to tear down and kill every single one of the people that rejected a quirkless kid only because he is quirkless. Surprisingly, this time almost everyone in the room agreed with him except Vlad King, as he still couldn't see what was so special about Midoriya. Time skip brought to you by Aizawa unlocking his first achievement. Izuku's trust. Present Mike was furious to see his own husband kidnap their own adoptive son. Present Mike. I can't believe Sho did that. Midnight. Why would he do that in the first place? Nezu. I believe Izuku told him to prove his loyalty and if he was worth his trust. Snipe. Why would you say that? Nezu. Well, look at the vent hatch. If you look closely, you can see something green in it. Ectoplasm. Does that mean Izuku was watching him without Aizawa noticing? Midnight. Is that even possible? Recovery Girl. Well, the answer is right in front of you. Why not believe it? Midnight. If I wasn't scared of him by now, then now I surely am. His skills are impressive. I don't want to face him in a one-on-one battle. I am not even sure if my quirk would do anything. I mean, the last time he was here with us and snapped, he just held his breath. Nezu. I am sure he would even think of a way to use it against you. Present Mike. How? Nezu. I am not sure and I don't really have any ideas, but remember he using Shinso's quirk against him or Tokiyami's dark shadow to do his bidding. He will find a way. I am sure of it. As the teachers were talking about how skillful Izuku was in using other quirks against them, or how he saw the drawbacks other as his own benefit, the door to the teachers' lounge opened and Aizawa came in with twice. Aizawa. I need the keys to the room. And Power Loader Izuku said your drones need more upgrades. Present Mike. I am going with you, Sho. I need some answers from you. With that, the two heroes escorted twice to the other members of the Love. while present Mike was pestering the tired man about him kidnapping their son. Midnight. He did it again. How? Snipe. The real question here is, how the fuck is he doing that in 1 week? Powerloader. I agree. He destroyed Class 1B in a couple of days and only plays cat and mouse with Class 1A, and now he is bringing the love down all by himself while not even using his quirk? As can't believe this is possible if I wouldn't see it myself. Vlad King. He had only luck with my class. That I guarantee you. Nezu. Oh really? Do you want to end up like All Might? The principal said this with a sweet and innocent voice, but behind it laid a murderous intent. Nezu didn't believe how stupid All Might was, and now he had to deal with Vlad King that still couldn't get over the fact that Izuku basically destroyed not only his class but him too in one go. He was happy to see that All Might decided to stay with the students in the other room. However, the mouse had some special plans for the hero at the end of the game. Powerloader couldn't get over Aizawa's word. By now, he had his very own graveyard for his babies because of Izuku. Powerloader. What am I doing wrong? Snipe. The last one wasn't bulletproof obviously. And even then I doubt that it could help prevent it from destruction. His shot was a precision shot. He aimed at the point and hit it. There was nothing you could do, buddy. Nezu was happy that he didn't even need to manipulate the drones, as Izuku found new ways to destroy them every time. Nezu. Why not ask Izu after the exercise on what points he found that were lacking in your design? Powerloader. Good idea. Brilliant. I can't wait asking him and make the perfect baby. Midnight. Careful Powerloader, you are beginning to sound exactly like your student May. I am wondering she has this habit from you or other way around. Powerloader. What are you talking about? I don't make things explode on purpose. The room was filled with light laughter. Time skip brought to you by Shinso waking up in a bloody cell and just accept his fate. Aizawa informed Nezu about Izuku's injuries and that he was on his way. Nezu. Recovery girl, I want you to treat Izuku's injuries. He is currently on his way to us. Recovery girl. What did the green bean do this time? Nezu. Apparently he successfully defeated the love. Cheering filled the room. The teachers were happy that they didn't need to cope with them anymore. It was hard finding them, and even then, their nomus were dangerous, making their capture really hard. The door to the teacher's observation room opened and Izuku stepped in. His hand was dripping. His blood was covering him and a bloody trail was left along the way he was walking. Recovery girl. Oh dear. Recovery girl immediately rushed to the greenette's side. She ushered him to sit on the couch, while she was inspecting the injury and his condition. Some layers of his hands were disintegrated and he had developed a fever. It wasn't high, but it wasn't a good sign either. The healing hero immediately began her wonders and kissed him, speeding up the healing process. Then she gave him some medicine for his fever and let him rest on the couch. In a matter of seconds, Izuku was knocked out cold, sleeping there. Recovery girl. I healed his hand, but his physical condition is worrying me. He hasn't eaten much or basically anything since the game began and barely slept even then. I am happy to see that he is sleeping now. However, he has a fever and it could get worse. Nezu. I agree, but the game is nearly at the end. After that I will see to it that his physical health is getting better and that he will take some seasons with you, Hound Dog. He will get the help and all the time he needs.